You know, we usually think of sleep as something that just happens to us, right? But what if I told you that you can actually design it? You can build it. Just like an architect designs a building, we're going to look at the blueprint for building the perfect night's rest.
So let me start with a question, and it's a bit of a weird one. When you go to bed at night, are you really sleeping or are you incubating something? I know, it sounds strange, but stick with me because this question gets right to the heart of what we so often get wrong about rest.
And this really gets to the core idea we're diving into today. See, the goal isn't just to be knocked out for 8 hours. What our bodies actually need is rest. And sleep? Well, sleep is just one of the ways we can get there. It's a tool, but we have to use it the right way.
So what happens when we use that tool the wrong way? Well, that's when we get into this really fascinating and honestly kind of unsettling idea called negative incubation. It's this concept that your sleep can actually start working against you. Yeah, against you.
Okay, so what is it? Basically, negative incubation is what happens when you take all the stress, all the frustration, and all the anxiety from your day, and you bring it to bed with you. And instead of it all just fading away, it actually gets amplified overnight. You're literally incubating bad eggs while you sleep. So how can you tell if this is happening to you? Well, the signs are actually super common. You ever wake up and just feel gross or nasty for no real reason? Or maybe you're just irritable all day and you can't figure out why. It's not just a bad mood. This could be the fallout from negative incubation, and it can lead to some pretty major physical problems down the line. But here's the good news. We can totally stop this. There's a way to design a process, a blueprint really, to get rid of those bad eggs before you even go to sleep. So let's jump into this 5-step blueprint for building a better night.
All right, so here are the 5 key pieces of our architectural plan. We've got the 4-hour rule, the lukewarm shower, the organic lamp, something called directional alignment, and finally, the deathbed exercise. Let's break down what each of these really means. Okay, first up, the 4-hour rule. This one is all about timing your food. Look, your body just can't properly rest if it's still working hard to digest that big dinner. So the rule is simple. Finish your last meal about 3 to 4 hours before you hit the hay. That gives your digestive system time to finish its job so your body can focus on what it's supposed to be doing, resting.
Step 2 is a lukewarm shower before bed. And this is about way more than just being clean. It ties into this ancient yogic idea called Buddha Shuddhi, which pretty much means purifying the elements. The whole point is that you're not just washing off dirt, you're washing off the energetic gunk of the day. You know, all the stressful interactions and tension that's built up.
All right, step 3 is all about setting the stage, preparing your space. And it's so simple. Just light an organic oil lamp. You can use something like sesame oil, olive oil, with a simple cotton wick. This isn't just for, mood lighting. The flame is thought to actually clear and purify the atmosphere in your room, making it the perfect environment for deep, deep rest.
Now, this next one is absolutely fascinating. It's all about how simple physics can mess with our biology. Here's the deal. If you live in the northern hemisphere, you should never, ever sleep with your head pointing north. Why? Well, because the Earth's magnetic pole actually draws blood up towards your brain, which can make you feel agitated and really mess up your sleep. The fix is super easy though. Just point your head in any other direction. East, south, west. You're good to go.
And that brings us to the last step. And honestly, it's the most profound one. For the last 3 minutes of your day, you sit on your bed and you do something called the deathbed exercise. The whole practice is to consciously put aside everything that makes you, you. Your job, your relationships, your worries, even your body. You just let it all go. The idea is to go to sleep not as a person with all their baggage, but just as a piece of life itself. It's a powerful practice in letting go.
Okay, so you've just designed and built the perfect night of sleep. Awesome. But what about the next morning? Because it turns out the way you wake up is just as crucial as the way you go to bed. Let's look at how to really cash in on all that good design.
First things first, let's talk about public enemy number 1 for a peaceful morning. That jarring, blaring alarm clock. I mean, being shocked out of sleep by some awful noise has got to be the worst way to start your day, right? The best way to wake up is naturally. And yeah, I know it's not always easy, but if you need 8 hours of sleep, you just have to go to bed 8 hours before you need to wake up. Simple as that.
So when you do start to wake up, try this gentle 3-step ritual. First, before you even open your eyes, just rub your palms together really fast. Get them warm. That activates all the nerve endings. Then, place those warm palms over your eyes. Second step, always roll to your right side before you get up.
This is so you don't put a sudden jolt of pressure on your heart. And the third step is to just smile.
Now that last step, the smile, it sounds so simple, maybe even a little silly, right? But it's actually based on a really, really powerful thought. So let's dig into what that morning smile is truly all about.
Look at this number, 250,000. What is that? Well, according to the source material, that is roughly the number of people on this planet who went to sleep last night and just didn't wake up this morning.
And that is why you smile. That's the whole context. If you woke up this morning and the people you love also woke up this morning, you have won an incredible lottery. That smile isn't just about feeling good. It's a deep, profound thank you for this simple gift of another day. So let's end with this thought. If every single night is a little practice for death, a rehearsal for letting go of everything, then every single morning is a kind of resurrection. And that leaves us with a pretty big question, doesn't it? How are you going to live the life that you were just given back?
Now, lie down. Feel the 432 Hz frequency align with your heartbeat. Repeat these affirmations internally as you drift away. I am not this body. I am not even this mind. I am at ease. I release the day. I have handled my 24 hours and it was a worthwhile. I now let it go. I am incubating pleasantness. Every breath I take now fills me with light. I set aside my name, my work, and my worries. I am just a piece of life, resting in the lap of existence. I surrender to the night. I am truly a mortal, and I am at peace with this truth. I am not this body. I am not even this mind. I am at ease. I release the day. I have handled my 24 hours and it was a worthwhile. I now let it go. I am incubating pleasantness. Every breath I take now fills me with light. I set aside my name, my work, and my worries. I am just a piece of life, resting in the lap of existence. I surrender to the night. I am truly a mortal, and I am at peace with this truth. I am not this body. I am not even this mind. I am at ease. I release the day. I have handled my 24 hours and it was a worthwhile. I now let it go. I am incubating pleasantness. Every breath I take now fills me with light. I set aside my name, my work, and my worries. I am just a piece of life, resting in the lap of existence. I surrender to the night. I am truly a mortal, and I am at peace with this truth. I am not this body. I am not even this mind. I am at ease. I release the day. I have handled my 24 hours and it was a worthwhile. I now let it go. I am incubating pleasantness. Every breath I take now fills me with light. I set aside my name, my work, and my worries. I am just a piece of life, resting in the lap of existence. I surrender to the night. I am truly a mortal, and I am at peace with this truth.